Welcome to another episode of OG55. Today is an all-Universal show. We are reacting to Mr. Hey Brickey, friend of the channel, his first time at Universal. So I brought Mr. Theme Park Wizard on and Mr. Choo Choo Caboose Theme Park Conductor to watch this video, break it down, talk about it. Up next on OG55. Welcome aboard, everybody, to another episode of OG55. I have two amazing gentlemen joining me today to break this Hey Brickey video down. First time at Universal. Before we watch the video, though, I'm going to introduce Mr. Theme Park Wizard. How you doing, Wizard?
Fantastico. And you can find me on Theme Park Wizard on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I just created a Facebook page because I hear that's pretty popular nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
And then Twitter, themeparkwizard.com, Patreon, and YouTube membership. So many places for theme park fun, where all the news should be fun, but it is actually.
Oh, dang. Oh, I love it. We got Mr. Conductor in the house. Mr. Choo Choo, how are you?
I'm doing well, but not as crazy as Wizard down there. Damn, I don't know how you stay on track, man. Which is definitely going back and forth on your schedule. But I am Theme Park Conductor. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Thanks to Orange Go 55 for pushing me to get on there. So I'm glad I did. You can also find me on X at Theme Conductor. You can also find me every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Conductor Sunday live stream, where we break down news from Universal, Disneyland, HHN, and in 2 weeks, Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas, where I will be for grand opening day with the one and only Tommy Toon World.
Tommy Toon. Now, Conductor, how long you staying?
2 days.
2 days. What's that? And how many days is that?
So Horror Unleashed it's going to debut on the 14th. So I'm going to be the 14th, the 15th, and leaving the 16th.
Oh, what time on the 16th?
Well, early in the morning because I got to go.
That's right. Because I arrive on the 16th. I arrive on the 16th.
I know. Sorry.
Also, Conductors, TikTok. It's pretty good. What I used to do, what I do, I film 5 TikToks in a row, then just schedule them for the whole week.
There we go.
Nice.
Batch them out. All right, here we go, gentlemen. We got Mr. Brickey in the house doing a Universal video. Oh my God. Here he is. Disneyland expert tries Universal Studios for the first time. The first time. This is courtesy of his new channel, Brickey Vlog. Make sure you subscribe. I will be linking that down below, and smash that like button. Wizard, Conductor, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Choo choo. Here we go.
First for everything. Today is my first ever trip to Universal Hollywood. After going to Disneyland over 1,000 times, I decided to try this. I'm sure it's a completely different process, so I'm not going to constantly compare and contrast the two. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy something a little bit different and let you know how my first time at Universal was. Brickey here, doing something that feels a little bit different. Let's go. Now, friends, so that I don't get lost and get confused, because I literally have no idea what's going on, I have a very special VIP tour guide for the day.
That's right.
Yes, Adam's going to show me around. He's like, I think it's time for you to do this. I'm like, I think you're right.
What I love is the fact that as soon as you walked in here, I could see your brain not knowing how to comprehend what's happening.
Not at all.
You're in the bizarro Twilight Zone world right now.
So, early first impression, everything is just like boom, boom, boom. Like every land is just like right next to the one before it. it's like some of this design is really, really nice, but man, a little room to breathe goes a long way. But part of what I've learned makes this park so interesting from my research is that they built it. Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing? They built it into one of the most unique plots of land that one could ever build a theme park into. It's kind of wild.
Oh yeah, and he's absolutely right about that. I mean, Universal Studios Hollywood is unlike any other theme park because it sits on that hill with all those escalators. It wasn't designed from day one as a theme park. That came later. So they had to kind of work around that. And this is why I'm really curious to hear Brickey's opinions on this stuff, because he's a architecture guy, and he breaks all this stuff down. I'm really curious to see what he says about how they utilize the space, because overall I think they do a pretty good job. But what are your thoughts, Wizard, so far?
Yeah, it is very interesting because it's on a hill and it provides some great views, but also provides for some very unique challenges on where to place things. And they do a good job using about every available square foot that they have and finding, like Disneyland, finding ways to cram new rides and without really taking any existing rides out, which is funny enough something the Florida parks are not good at least the Disney World park. It still astounds me, but Disneyland and Universal are pretty good at that, putting new rides out, literally taking out any other ride, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Conductor, what are your thoughts so far about the use of space in this park?
So I've said it multiple times during my live streams, even with you guys on the channel, and then me joining you on your guys' channel. One of the unique things about this park, like Wizard stated and Brickey stated, it's on a hillside. That's the first challenge. The second challenge is it's surrounded by a movie studio that pulls in hundreds of millions of dollars in the movie industry every single year. Right. Then on top of that, you got surrounding movie lots like Warner Brothers. You got Disney Studios out in the distance. Then on top of that, you got neighbors surrounding it. So the fact that what we're seeing, courtesy of Theme Park Wizard and all his updates that are coming from his channel with the roller coaster, with the hillside project behind the mummy, so on, it really is an awesome, I'm going to say it's a unique experience to be a Universal creative, because because at this park, like I said, you're trying to add attractions on a hillside that, like you said, OG, was not originally designed for a theme park. It wasn't. So when these creatives work in this park and try to bring new experiences to this park, it gives them that engineering type background, that architectural background, that when they go to like an Epic Universe, or we could see them go to the UK park eventually, right? It's hands down on what they can bring to life. And we've already seen that at Epic Universe.
Yeah.
This is what I need to start with, and I definitely agree. Start with the OG that I believe predates Disneyland.
OG.
Let's go.
OG. He said OG.
Am I getting ready to ride that escalator?
No.
No?
No, there's a small escalator here. This is just a sample escalator. The real escalator that goes down the mountain is over there. It's a very complex park.
I can't wait.
Not in Anaheim anymore.
I can't wait to ride the crazy escalator. I thought about coming here one day and just setting the record for most escalator rides. Really? We need 3D glasses for this?
I normally never use these.
Yeah.
Since you never utilize this, so we'll get you some 3D glasses.
Wow.
Oh, that just once. I think now for King Kong.
I had no idea.
Good afternoon.
It always amazes me too how these buildings are like fiberglass and styrofoam, and
it looks so real.
It looks super real, and they're all just facades. There's nothing behind them really. So it's pretty incredible. So Wizard, if Universal approached you and says, "Hey, Mr. Wizard, we want you to move in right here," would you do it?
I definitely would.
That would be
what a nice little suburban street. I'd love to live there.
It'd be Theme Park Wizard HQ right there, right on the lot.
I will say one thing.
Sure.
If I did move there, my wife would love it because I'd be back be home early for my Universal updates and sit in traffic. I'd just be able to walk home, so it'd be great.
Super convenient.
I like the music that he chose.
Yeah, me too. It's very jazzy.
It feels like New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
This team painted this entire wall only using cans of spray paint.
Instrumental part of the process. Shout out to Tristan. So cool to see this. Why had an early affection. Right. That was my first ever studio tour, which is kind of interesting because I've actually been to lots of studios before for meetings and working and private tours. In fact, I think I've been to every studio in town professionally. So doing it as a theme park guest is an altogether different kind of experience. But I love the patchwork of all the curving roads, the fluidity of all the different sets, and the fact that they have to figure out how to do all of this around actual production. That was way more impressive than what I thought it was going to be. And for me, the architecture part of it was the most fascinating part. Like, I don't care about the King Kong thing that we did. It was cool to see the Jaws thing. That feels like a piece of pop culture that everyone should experience once. And doing it for my first time, it's like, oh, this is one of those things I've seen like hundreds of times through all kinds of different TV things and specials and pop culture references. It was cool to live it for once. But for me, driving through Wisteria Lane or getting to see the Munsters house or just any of those different sets. Like, I love all the keyholes, all the bends in the road. Like, I love how they maximize a small amount of space when they're making movie studios and back lots and sets. Like,
I completely agree with him, actually. The magic and the beauty of the tram tour is not King Kong and definitely not Supercharged. but like the magic in it is really just being engulfed in that Hollywood kind of magic, that like behind the scenes, like that kind of raw, like movie making process. I just love that about it. You know what I'm saying? There's something very special about it. I love going to the Disney studio too in Burbank for that same reason. It just feels different, you know? Conductor, have you been to any of these studios, Disney or well, obviously you've been to Universal, but have you been to like any of the like Fox or anything?
So the only other one I've been to was Warner Brothers, and that was a lot of fun. And I mean a lot of fun. We got our own private tour. We got to visit the soundstage that Friends originally shot on. Also Big Bang Theory. We actually even visited the soundstage that Conan O'Brien filmed his TBS
Cool.
on. So that was a lot of fun. But that's the only other one I've done. I haven't done the Walt Disney Studios one yet. That's on my bucket list. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that one. That is something else. As a Disney fan, it's pretty incredible.
That was awesome. That was really, really fun. My brain is just like spinning right now. Absolutely just confused, don't know where to look. It is such a wild vibe.
So this question is the Wizard. I want to ask you, because I don't mistake me if I'm wrong, but did you happen to put a post or say something in one of your videos recently that the studio tour should be either shortened or go away? I
do believe that.
Do you still think it should happen? And I want to ask you real quickly, how would you do that? And would you charge a premium to ride that attraction?
Okay, so this is how I would do it, and this is what I really meant by the post. Okay, so the Universal Studios whole property is 463 acres, right? Now, Warner Brothers and Disney, right? They all have separate studio lots. You know, Disney has a whole thing in Santa Clarita that's relatively new. Warner Brothers is building new sound stages now, kind of up towards the area. So if I was Universal, like I would buy some land, either in the desert or Santa Clarita or some like a big plot of land, and I would build. I'm not even build, just kind of relocate the New York sets and everything they have from studio tour and the important stuff over there, and have a studio tour, but then be able to use the rest of the lot for theme park space. So that's really what I meant from that post, because it takes up like a lot of space.
Sure.
And the other studios have all these different all these different pieces of property that it's not all in one. So that way people can still enjoy the studio tour and New York sets and same stuff, because I mean, even the stuff that's there right now, remember, it got burned down in a fire, so it's not the original thing, as you know, so it shouldn't be too sad for people if it got moved. All right, the Nope set, actually, that's a good example. They filmed Nope in Santa Clarita and they moved it over here. They can do the same thing, move all that stuff to another nice place land that's literally just, it would be for studio tours, and sound stages are a little bit harder. They can keep those, but like all the studio tour stuff, they can build some sound stages and put all the studio tour stuff in a different plot of land, and that way they have the whole 400 acres for more theme park expansion, since they can't do a second park or can't really expand too much because they're in a small footprint there.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. No, that's a great idea. I wouldn't mind them doing something like that. And honestly, you could then charge like $15, $20 to do the studio tour on this off-site location. You know,
exactly.
So it's a smaller ticket, you know, but keep it all over there, and then this can be dedicated to just theme park. So yeah, I like that idea, Wizard. That's actually pretty cool.
Of chaos in this park. I kind of can't wrap my brain around how everything is so narrow and there's pinch points everywhere you look. Look at all of this. Wow. It's fascinating to me. Quickie Mart? Little Witch Boy. Selling cans of beers on the street. This is wild. All right, construction update. They're building something. I have no idea what. This is the big one?
Well, there's different levels to it. It's the start of the biggest escalator you've ever been on.
So this is part one?
Part one of, I think, 4.
Whoa.
3?
Whoa. My God. This is wild. Whoa, what a view.
Animals acclimated to human contact. you have to cohabitate on this planet now.
This is so cool.
Go right in this front area. What I'm looking for is the body and her legs right there, but also it's a very nice, relaxed pose. And she's not putting her weight on any one particular leg.
This is an unbelievable character meet and greet. I love how controlled it is. I love that there's lots of different angles for different people to get to experience the character. There's a cast member there, a team member there, sort of walking everybody through what's happening. Like, that is very, very well done and gives lots of different guests an unbelievable experience all at the same time. Well done. And my God, look at the size of that show building. Whoa, that thing is huge. That is wild. Yes. I love this little animal station. That's great.
Hey, it wouldn't be LA if we didn't take care of our pets. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we love our pets
right.
out here.
So I ask you both, since we're all sort of kind of veterans from the Disney community,
right?
One of the things I've seen lately is how cast members, because they do a lot of Instagram reels or TikTok videos, or friends of cast members do it, so the actual cast members don't get in trouble. They explain something completely different, which is the cast members that are in costume at Disneyland, they're always on the move, they're always in character. And what I see at Universal compared to Disneyland, Universal, like Brickey just said, it's controlled. There's a team member there. Obviously, Disney has their team member next to the character as well, but they're always on the move, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say out of whack, but it's not as controlled as something like this. Do you guys agree with that, or not really?
What would you say, Wizard? I'll start with you.
Let's see. Well, I think it depends on the meet and greet, because like the princess one, you stand in the line, they're in that area.
Sure.
Then there's that room. Adventures Campus, some people are walking around, but also some people are at certain spots.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like a nice mix, Some people are, depending on the character, they're either walking around or they're at the spots. Now with Universal, with the big guys, these big, like the Transformers and the blue, they're obviously they can't go outside that location because they're big suits. But with the other ones on up, like Shrek and all those guys, as as they're walking backstage, they still stop and say hi to you, just like the Disney princess characters. Yeah. So I feel like it's a nice little mix that both of them really do.
Yeah,
it's really on the type of the character.
Yeah.
This looks like what I expected a lot of Universal to look like an over-glorified carnival. But this is what I'm really excited to check out, and kind of the inspiration for this entire visit.
Wait. Are we in Mario Land, Wizard?
Yes. I know who got very excited just now.
All right. Baddies are Universal.
Yeah.
Yo, this is wild. This is very, very small, but extremely clever. This is great. This is the type of tight footprint that DCA and Disneyland will need to exhibit if and when they take over the parking lots on the outside of the park. Things will have to be this tight to block out the hotels. So in a way, I feel like I'm looking into the future. This is fantastic.
It's a good point he makes there.
Mm-hmm. That Comcast building that you love so much, OG, you can't hide that.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah. Which brings up a question, actually. So when they do, expand to those parking lots, do you guys think it'll be like home to small mini land, like super immersive mini lands like these? Specifically, I guess for the Disneyland one, that's a little bit smaller than here. Or do you think it'll be like a Fantasy Springs type thing, where it's like a massive land, but home to little neighborhoods in between?
I think Universal is going to do what has been successful for them, and I think we're going to get a bunch of one IP lands, like they do Potter, Mario. I think that's the direction that we've seen Universal kind of go in, even with their new park, Epic Universe. That's what they did. They didn't really do a land where it was a mix of many things. I think this approach has worked for them, and I think they're going to continue it. That's just my guess, though. What about you, Conductor? What do you think about Wizard's question?
So I actually 100% agree with that. Universal has their way of doing things. Disney has their way of doing things. Now, to go on the defense for Disney, what I think they're going to do is, depending on what IPs come to what area of those parking lots, we could see different size of lands. Again, it really honestly depends on the IP. Like this, for example, Hollywood is a great point. Small footprint, but they are making room for expansion. Yeah. So they have to think, what IP can we bring to the park, or what extension of an IP that's already there we can expand on? Because compared to Orlando and their counterpart in Epic Universe, which I think Wizards putting out a video tomorrow about the expansion that's going on out there, is that for Hollywood, whatever new land or new attraction they put in, it at least has to last, or what they're hoping to last, minimum 10 to 15 years, because it's such a small footprint.
That's a good point.
It's amazing to put so much effort into something and then to put such little effort into other things. Definitely a lack of consistency of caring. Just kind of putting two and two together, that this land is literally the proof of concept for everything at Epic Universe. They basically just took this concept, replicated it, elongated it, stretched it out, but this is a rough sketch of that, which I haven't seen that either. But I broke the seal, so everything's on the table now, baby. Comment below if you would like for me to do a complete walk through this land and break down all of its design tricks. I will do a complete 360 if you guys want me to. It's me, a laptop guy. So the magic of this land is very, very small footprint, very tall walls. Obviously, every, maybe 10 feet in this land, the jigsaw puzzle develops into something else. So there's so much different texture, kinetic energy, and unbelievable high sight lines that you're pushed very close to. This is the most immersive thing that I've seen. This is absolutely a fantastic layout of pushing people into a very, very controlled atmosphere. I'm going to have to do a deep design dive on this land, because I see a lot of the future of theme parks right in this space.
Yeah.
I think this is a very successful blueprint built on the back of Toontown, but this is definitely a level up. Oh. no lights on the way out. And back to the reality of old school Universal design. You know, not as bad as I was anticipating.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'm doing it, baby.
You almost fell there.
Yeah, I almost had a real experience.
Wait, have they ever had Wizard? Has Universal ever had an escalator accident where someone like fell and just went all the way down?
Not that I've heard of, surprisingly.
Yeah,
But at least people aren't that dumb, which is good.
Oh,
But
that's good.
you think maybe even like I feel like it would happen during Horror Nights and people are no more drunk.
Yeah.
But even that happens. At least that not that I know of.
Okay, interesting.
I've dreamed about doing the Universal escalator forever because it's ridiculous and it makes it feel like an amusement mall versus an amusement park. This is the best. I'm gonna
Ride all its own.
I feel that I will set the record one day. I will come here and escalator more than anybody else. The tram, this feels like the equivalent. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, look at the depth. We've got a little island in the road, which is going to split people off to the left and the right. A bend in the road there where you can't see out of. Oh yeah. That tucks back there to make it feel bigger. Oh wow, this is cool. Definitely cool. I love that the castle's pushed back in the foreground. Big shade space over here. This is cool. Castle slowly disappearing. Phenomenal. Oh, a little keyhole right here to look through. Yeah. This is what people said it would be. Fantastic. Love this. Wow, I didn't know. I don't know how close you can get to this, but this is definitely cool. Look at that.
Magical content. And trust
Wow, look at that. Wow, this is something to see. Look at this. This is how close I can get. Oh my Lord.
The like the forced perspective and just the absolute grandeur of this castle is amazing. I mean, this thing is massive, absolutely massive, you know?
Yeah, and I must say, having been to both castles in Orlando and here, I think ours is more impressive because of it's more forced perspective and it's smaller, but it's like taller. Whereas Orlando's like bigger and you get a nice view from the side, but here you get a nice view from like all around. So it makes it look more majestic and grand, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's awesome. Love it.
Wow. This is complete forced perspective magic. So well done. So many different tricks. Again, comment below if you'd like for me to come back and do a complete design breakdown of Harry Potter Land. No way could I fit it all in on my first visit, but this is phenomenal. And I'm seeing lots of little tricks here. Tons of them successfully executed. Look at that. The rockwork is designed to push back the castle as far as possible. This is protruding out to push that back. Oh my God, my brain is melting. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty much perfect. I love it.
I wasn't expecting this to look like an old ship. This is what Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is missing.
Yeah,
that's right.
They are.
Yeah, this
and that apple pie. Oh man! Every time I see this place,
I know. Every time I go with you, you gotta get the apple pie.
Cold butterbeer.
Yes,
Number 2 right there.
Yes, and
Oh,
for
so
me, the rib platter.
There it is.
Man,
There it is.
all my
is
names.
awesome. All right, first ever butter beer. Oh, that's wild. That is not what I was expecting. All over my face.
It's not made for beard growth.
No. Wow.
It's good though, right?
Yeah.
Very sweet.
I had no idea what this was. I had to ask Adam. I'm like, is this non-alcoholic? Yeah, I wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking edge at Universal. That's good. Not good for a mustache, but good for the stomach. For the taste. Not good for the stomach either. I've never felt so lost in all my life. That's a good thing though. Being lost is a fun thing. Been trying to imagine all day one of these things flying over your head, because the track for this attraction feels like it's just going to go absolutely everywhere.
Oh, by the way, we know OG will be right in the front, the driver's seat.
No. Don't even go there. OG told me your secret. You're not.
Oh no, I'll be in the gift shop. OG will be in the driver's seat.
Front. You two are going in the front.
Well, Wizard and I will be in the front.
Yeah, we'll stick OG in the front. George will be next to him, and conductor, you'll be on the hood there.
Right.
Well, Liz will be in back, and I'll be on the side.
There we go.
I'll be waving from the overlook, like, "Oh, I see."
Here we go.
Everybody.
I have no idea what Funland is. This looks pretty crazy. Whoa. There's one on the track.
That looks sick, bro.
This thing is going to be nuts. Just cars running around everywhere. Look at that. That is not that big. The fact that exists with that building right behind it is very impressive. Very impressive.
There you go. It's a collectible. I tell you. That's pleasant. Oh, thank you. Hey, look.
It's collectible.
Look at Adam celebrating Shark Weekend style.
How do I not listen to him though? You know, it's up to you. You can do what you want. All it's simple. Free will, right?
Join me on the hookup. We'll see. If you don't turn out to work, use you as bait.
Gonna check out the infamous Waterworld show. I'm not gonna film it so I can enjoy it, but I will give some thoughts afterwards, because I'm super curious about theme park stunt shows. Like, how long can one go and hold an audience's attention? Apparently, according to the size of the crowd here, a pretty long time. And this thing is.
And this is one of the most notorious Hollywood flops, Waterworld. And this show is one of the most popular stunt shows of all time. So it shows you that, yes, IP is important, but these experiences can transcend IP even. So you can have a popular
all
IP.
About the execution. And this Cars Land, same thing, you know?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. And I love how they get everyone like hyped up for this show. Like in the beginning.
I know. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize some of our performers. From 911, my name is Brickey. We're pleased you enjoyed
All right. This was absolutely fantastic. I had been wanting to see this when I'd seen it in other people's videos like Adam, and it was very, very cool. Like, every bit of space perfectly executed and used for something. The way that these performers know exactly where their boat needs to go to make all those tight carves, like precision use of space. Really awesome just to watch them kind of, do something they've probably done 100 times. They know exactly where they need to be at every moment. That was just wild. Okay, so the plane's not exactly to scale. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger, but still, when that thing flies in, that is great.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to do the Simpsons ride. I'm not going to film it so I can enjoy it, but I am an absolutely huge Simpsons fan. This is probably the property here that I'm the most passionate about.
And this is where we will meet you in the gift shop, right, Wizard? You and I.
Yeah. I actually like this ride. All because I like the Simpsons so much that it's hilarious to me. I don't like waiting in line for it. I use Express, but the line's so slow. But I think that I love the Simpsons theme, and I love this ride because the jokes are so funny. I crack me up every time. Although that pre-show room is very claustrophobic, like the ceiling almost touches my head, so I'm like, and it's very small, so I'm getting all claustrophobic. So I'm like, hurry up, open the doors so I can get on the actual ride.
I feel you. Yeah, my hair gets scrunched in there.
I know.
My head touches it.
The what? I'm sorry.
I bet
my head touches it at 6.
Yeah, because you're tall. Because the other thing, because think about it. Back to the Future? I don't know when that opened, but it's old, so the ceiling, the clearances are. I guess people were shorter back then because it was like tiny.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I think it opened like in the early '90s, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
That was a lot of fun. Very, very intense. Like Star Tours turned up to 11, but I enjoyed it. It was cool to see that. I'd always wondered what the old Back to the Future ride was like. I absolutely love The Simpsons, and you could probably ride that 1,000 times and pick up on all the little story beats, but that was fantastic. And I'll say this, that ride has the absolutely best pre-show explanation, as well as the best safety spiel I've ever seen. Like that part of a ride, which is normally very boring, with the Simpsons charm, world class. Excited I got to see that before it eventually goes away. Going to give Secret Life of Pets a swing. From what I hear, my kind of ride, one of the best rides here at Universal. Not going to film it. I like to ride everything the first time and just enjoy it and soak it in. I'm sure you probably, if you're watching this video and you're this far into the video, you know what it's like. But so far, I'm going to have to say this park has both surprised me and also reaffirmed my expectations at the same time. Like it's been
well, and here's the thing, and he's right. I would agree with that assessment, absolutely, right? Because there's going to be things that are like, way beyond what you would expect of Universal, but then there's going to be the stuff that feels very Universal, right? Like the Transformer building and all that. But here's the thing. A lot of that is mostly because Comcast, when did Comcast buy Universal? What year was that, Wizard?
2011-ish.
Okay. So you still have a lot of stuff pre-Comcast.
Yeah, like
Mummy,
Transformers, Mummy, even Despicable Me. Like that was like 2014, but it was still like when, like, I feel like the early years of Comcast when they're like, how does this theme park thing work? So they weren't like investing as much as they are now, right? So like I feel like really from 2016, I feel like from at least Harry Potter, Universal Hollywood Harry Potter onwards, it's been pretty solid investments from 2016 to now. I feel like each Universal Edition, even the DreamWorks Theater, that revamp from what it was. I mean, I feel like it's been pretty solid addition. So I feel like whenever they replace all that other stuff, like you said, OG, I think it'll be like as an adventure epic universe level detailed park, because it'll be all new stuff mostly.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. The Simpsons is pre-Comcast, Mummy's pre-Comcast, Transformers is pre-Comcast. The stuff that he's referring to, I think, is that's underwhelming or reaffirming. I think that stuff is on its way out anyway, and in a different era. The new era is Harry Potter and Mario and what we see at Epic Universe and all that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Real roller coaster of wow and wow. I'll explain at the end of the video when I wrap it up, but so far it's been both not what I expected and completely what I expected at the same time. already loving this queue.
Yeah, the queue is the best, dude.
Yeah, so nice.
That is great.
Fun fact.
That's cool.
I showed Liz this movie. We watched it for the first time, or I've seen it already, but she saw it for the first time a couple weeks ago. So when that scene happened, when the wiener dog goes into the and gets the massage, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I recognize that." And I'm like, "Yeah, see, that's where it comes from."
That's where yeah, exactly. I still haven't seen it. I got to check it out.
It's actually a really good movie. It's so cute. Yeah, I think you would really, especially because you like pets and dogs and stuff. Yeah, I think you would really like it. Also, it's hilarious.
Okay, I'll check it out. Is it on Peacock or where's it at?
I think it's on Netflix actually.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You're back. Thank you so much. Please let it be you, payday. You didn't need any of your shoes.
I'm loving the amount of animatronics just in the queue. This is fantastic. Such a great thing to keep you entertained while you're waiting to go through.
Okay, check it out.
Actually, I want to make a comment on that
Very,
one.
very simple.
So, you know, he's talking about the animatronics in the queue. And how these for Universal Hollywood, how rare that is, because I can't believe, like, when it first opened, when the parks reopened, I remember when I took a lot of people on, or when I filmed videos, people thought that was the ride because they weren't, you know, Universal to do the new animatronics in the queue like that, you know. So they're like, "Oh my god, is this the ride?" I'm like, no, this is just the line. And they're all like blown away, like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, see, this is a pretty good ride." You know?
Yeah.
So, and another example of like old Universal, new Universal, they're just stunned. Like, they're like, "Is this a walkthrough?" I'm like, "No, it's like Haunted Mansion. You get in the vehicle." And they're like, "What?" They couldn't believe it. It was so funny.
That's awesome. No, that's one of the best dark rides. Like for that style of dark ride in that class, it's one of the best. I love the pet ride.
Full story, not too complicated, but a really great blend of animatronics and video boards, like perfect balance. Very, very simple on its path and its storytelling, but that was a lot of fun. And so many different little animatronic jokes and stories that I'm super stoked that I just watched it and didn't film it, because like seeing the poodle dance was the funniest thing. The cat alley was great too. Definitely would like to ride that again and again. I feel like you'd always catch something different in there. That was fantastic. All right, let's keep moving on. I think we only have about an hour left and the park closes. And my favorite part of every theme park, when the lights start to come on. They've already backed the ride up. It was sitting right here earlier, and now they've backed it up to that platform.
See this thing get tested.
Dude, I would love to see that take off.
And the thing I love about this video, I love to see his passion come through. This is his first time here. And I can already tell that he's going to do a lot of repeat visits, a lot of content. I think he fell in love with this park. The impressions I'm getting, at least, I don't want to speak for Brickey, but from the impression I'm getting, I feel like he fell in love with this park.
I think so, especially when the end of the video saying he got a gold pass. I'm like, oh, okay.
See? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is such a cool view. Obviously,
and
have to see it.
Back to that for like a second. Right there, you know, because everyone talks about like sight lines for different parks and stuff. But I like how Universal, they try, like with Nintendo, I feel like they tried obviously their best for the sight lines. I mean, some buildings you can't block out, but pretty, for the most part, it's pretty solid. But I also like how they embrace it. It's like, you know, built on a hillside. So they also give you good opportunities for beautiful views, like the one he just showed with the overlook, onto the lower lot. And I like how the coaster itself, sure, it's not that themed, but at least when you're on it, you'll get a beautiful view zooming along the hillside like that. So I like how they try with the immersiveness of Harry Potter and Nintendo, but they also say, hey, you know, we're on a side of a hill. Sometimes we just can't do it. And so instead of trying, let's just go ahead and give you a nice little view and try to embrace our uniqueness like that.
Yeah, no, well said, Wizard. And that's one of the genius things about this Fast and Furious coaster is that, you know, instead of, like you were saying, trying to build something where you would have to sit there and hide the hill and hide the view, they took a franchise with Fast and Furious, which is a very LA kind of franchise, right? And
a good franchise because like Jurassic, you expect a lot, or at least I'd expect a lot more theming on the coast if it was like a Jurassic coast. But Fast and Furious, it's not really known for. It's can't really theme it because it's just the city, really, or unless you want to go to space. But it's you can't really theme it though. Like I said, it's a perfect choice for this coaster because you can't really theme a coaster on a hillside, and if you pick an IP that's not really themed, then there's your excuse.
100%. So what better way to utilize LA in the attraction? You have that beautiful, view of the San Fernando Valley and this franchise that's basically, based out of Los Angeles and whatever. I mean, they're utilizing the real world San Fernando Valley and quote unquote LA and utilizing that hill in a really creative way. So something that could have been a detriment to theming, they actually flipped it on its head and actually incorporated it into the theming. I think
talk about immersiveness.
Yeah,
you're in the theme.
It's like exactly.
Golden hour. Oh, yes. Yes. This is the type of stuff that I love in design. This is so awesome. Oh, look at this. Look at this little sliver here. Wow.
It's so good. And this would be like the coziest land ever too. Like I would sleep like a baby in here. Like
me too, especially if it is raining outside. Oh man, and you stand with your hot butter beer in the rain right there. I'm like, oh wow, that's when it's raining at Universal and you decide to go, especially because they're so close. At least you and I, OG, only about 20 minutes away. It's a nice spot to go. Just sit in the 3-room-6 with a hot drink as the rain goes outside, and you just chill there for a couple hours and you go home. It's just so cozy.
Oh, it's super cozy.
All right, not thrilled about that, and not trying to be nitpicky, just kind of giving it a once over. Here's a little quick one for you. See how dark this stone is? That is very, very light. This is very, very dark.
This
design trick.
I didn't notice until when I watched this video the first time a couple of weeks ago. I didn't notice until he mentioned that the whole dark light. And now when I go, I notice it. I'm like, wow, Brickey, you got me.
You got him. Yeah, it's this land. They do all the tricks to give you that illusion of between the force perspective, the darker in the front makes the castle seem farther back. It's really great.
Make what's in front of you very dark, make it feel very dense and heavy. And if you want something to feel bigger and further away, paint it much lighter. So these two items here, flanking each side, are doing all the heavy lifting to make that feel way more epic than what it probably is. And it's epic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying this is one of those design tricks that I love, where they've got the panes of glass in there and look painted like they're all burnt up. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. Wow.
That show was absolutely fantastic. I've had a great day here. Oh, look at the fire, the flames illuminating the rooftops. It's great.
Yeah, there's a spell around the corner that you can do a spell, and, a fire spell.
And the white roofs all reflect that. I'm loving how when this fire goes off, it illuminates all the buildings on the main thoroughfare. And with the white snow, they're going to absorb that flame right there. That is fantastic.
This is my friend Brickey's first time ever at Universal Hollywood.
Oh my goodness! Well, thanks for coming.
He came just to see you.
Oh my goodness! Wait, you saw me on TikTok.
Yeah.
I know. Saw me on Instagram. I know.
Yeah.
Want to say hi.
I'm so glad you guys stopped by. Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks, bud. Good seeing you.
I appreciate that.
All right. Bye-bye.
You guys have a nice ride home.
All right, friends. That was my first day ever in a Universal park. I had a really, really fun time. I try to keep an open mind. I try to manage my expectations, and oh boy, did it work. Kind of my overall vibe, and I'm sure I'll talk about this more in the future, is that some things really, really surprised me that they were as bad as I thought they would be. Lots of sight lines and things kind of pushed together, but a lot of things, more things I should say, surprised me at how great they were. Like, there's something interesting about this park where everything fits real close to each other. It almost feels like New York City where everything's so close together, there's no room to breathe, and it's just kind of all wedged together, and that's its charm.
Yeah.
That's a lot what this felt like. Incredibly small park. Man, oh man, do they have a lot in there. And I can't wait to come back, explore more, document more. I did buy an annual pass, so I'll be back next month. Comment below and let me know what would you like for me to do next month. Some design breakdowns, like maybe just come and fully break down one of the mini lands in here. I'm willing to do whatever you want to go along and do with me. But as a first trip, this is fantastic. I want to give a shout out to Adam for talking me into doing this. He's like, it's about time to do it. And I absolutely agree. Had a fun time. Cannot wait to come back. Proud to be a Universal Season Pass, Annual Pass, Magic Key, Global Pass. Who knows?
Really great stuff. Really interesting to see his perspective on this park, based on his content with the architecture eye that he has and everything. And I always had a feeling that he would really fall in love with it because Universal does a lot of cool tricks to utilize that space in really creative ways. So big shout out to Brickey. Thank you for doing the video. Really looking forward to more Hey Brickey videos at Universal. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to Adam the Woo for convincing him to go. That's awesome. And the woo. So yeah, really great video. I want to thank Hey Brickey for that. And Mr. Wizard, I'll start with you, then I'll go to Conductor. But any final thoughts, brother?
I think it's great he decided to come over. I actually subscribed to both of his channels after I saw the video, just so I can see more of his Universal content. Also, I saw he had some thoughts on the Walt animatronic. I wanted to see that video as well. So pretty cool. And also, after seeing him, hanging out with him in person last time with all of us for Paint the Night, that was a pretty fun time. So he's a super nice guy. So you guys should go to subscribe to Hey Brickey and Brickey's vlogs, because he has some cool stuff from a unique design angle for all the theme parks.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Wizard. And Mr. Conductor, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
So absolutely. Again, Hey Brickey Vlogs, two great, amazing channels. Again, he is an amazing guy to hang out with. I was so grateful to hang out with them back in May with Wizard, OG, George from Citric Coast Central, and the whole Disney community. It was a lot of fun. I cannot wait for him to come back to Universal and analyze each land. I'm hoping he does either Hogwarts first and then Super Nintendo World, or either one. But what I would really like him to do, since he seems to frequently make trips out to Florida, seeing our Super Nintendo World out here in Hollywood, how small it is, how jam-packed it is, I would like him maybe to go to the Florida version of Super Nintendo World and then do a comparison video and see what things are different. Obviously, we know what things are different. One's bigger than the other, but also for him to do more videos at Universal to kind of pick his brain a little bit on what else Universal Hollywood has in store for us annual pass holders. And I am going to say it now, once he does a second trip to Universal, I would love nothing more to be on a live stream or a video on Orange Go 55 with the man, myth, and legend himself and hear his thoughts live on what he thought, what could be the future, and just everything that's going on that he can see from his mind. I think it'd be a fantastic video.
Yeah, no, great stuff. And go ahead, Wizard.
Oh no, so that would be a fantastic video to do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So big shout out to Hey Brickey. I want to thank Mr. Wizard and Conductor for joining me today, breaking this video down. Make sure you subscribe to Hey Brickey and his vlog channel. There's 2 channels. I'll be linking them down below. Thank you for watching this episode of OG55. And until the next time, see you later. Don't
forget to subscribe to OG55 and become a member today.